If trader here with another execution. It is 3 minutes pre-opening. So far it has been very interesting week. Absolutely dominant week as far as delivery to the south side. Pre-opening there, we just ran a short-term low. I'd be more interested post the open. And there we have the opening bell, gapping lower and trading into the 90-minute BC. We have London sell stops in crosshairs. We just take them right there. Moving on to the Us500, we checked London sell stops as well as previous days sell stops. And out the gate, price showing me that is more weaker on the Us100 relative to the bias that I'm holding at the moment, which is a bullish bias. I know, right? With all this delivery to the south side, I'm still choosing to elect to look for loans. And I've noticed something for the past 2 days as far as my previous executions. It is seemingly evident that I am buying a Judas annotating the opening price of that 15-minute potential or future bullish order block, labeling it as a potential bullish order block because it traded into those sell stops by way of that short-term low. I would be observing how the current candle is trading and reacting off of the previous day's sell stops, London's sell stops, as well as that 1 hour BC. I will also annotate that bearish breakaway gap on the Us500. Would view this down close as a bullish order block once we have the change in the state of delivery on the Us100. 5-minute time frame there for an early entry, annotating the potential bullish order block on the 5-minute, just to get a feel of how price is looking to deliver this AM session. Also, the other thing, noticing how Us500 traded into the previous day's buy side, just wicking below just a little bit as compared to Us100, of which the price traded a bit deeper into those sell stops. That is a good insight for my bullish buyers, because I would be leaning more toward US 500, if at all the framework for a long setup comes along. I'm also observing that previous candles discount week that traded below London sell stops, as well as previous days sell side liquidity. So putting measurements on that, the upper quadrant and the consequent encroachment has my eye, as well as for the Us500. I'll be looking to observe how price trades to those levels if and when price trades back into them. And on the current candle, it traded to the upper quadrant of that discount week, leaning towards a bullish bias. This is what I would like to see. Price staying above the upper half of discount arrays. So observing that. The current trading day is Friday, which also has a reason for me to look for a ICT's TGIF setup, where if we had a predominantly bearish market this week, I'd be looking for Friday to form some sort of retracement back into the weekly range. Annotating that 15-minute CB, of which, if I'm leaning towards bullishness, I would like to see price disrespect to the upside. So the opening range is behind us right now. ICT's opening range for the equities market is the first 30 minutes post the open. Noting how the current candle traded back into the consequent encroachment of the candle that traded into the upper quadrant of the previous candle to that one. So far, showing good signs of, or rather signatures of bullishness. And if and when I get a closure above that anticipated bullish order block, I would execute long on the close of that candle, or I would use a buy limit at the opening price of that anticipated bullish order block. And seeing here on the 5 minute, we already have a candle's closure above the 15-minute opening price of the order block. However, I'm more trusting of the closure on the bellwether chart, which is the 15-minute time frame. So I would be patient for the closure on the 15-minute rather than on this 5-minute chart. Ideally, you would want to look for a long or look for some kind of PDRA to go long below midnight opening price. However, it has been such a volatile market that here I would just go long on the closure. Also considering to the left of the chart that up close candle, viewing that as a potential bullish breaker, and currently price is trading back to the opening price of the anticipated bullish order block, as well as the 5-minute bullish order block opening price. I like to see that reaction off of those levels. The most sensitive part of an order block is the opening price. So far, loving that reaction off of the opening prices. My stop is set just below the discount week that traded into the discount week of the discount week, I guess, of the upper quadrant of the week, the discount week that took or grabbed sell stops below London sell side liquidity as well as previous days liquidity. And at this point, I'm thinking, though the sell stops have been collected enough at this point, so would be looking to pair them up with willing buyers for their buy stops, for their sell stops above market price. Love that expansion. We are also trading inside 1 hour CB, of which I'll be looking for price to disrespect to the upside. Took a small partial out at 4 ticks or so, and would be looking for a low hanging fruit bread and butter setup for 10 ticks, either at the very top of that 1 hour CB or at a standard deviation of 0.1. Love to see how price traded into those potential or anticipated bullish order blocks, then rejecting and expanding higher.